You want to fly, Amaro? Wait here, please. The master should be along with the mounts shortly. You now travel to Colusha. Speak with the aspiring Amaro tamer to fly to the island. Okay. The whistling breeze mute. What's his name? Ardbert? Ardent? I forgot his name. Oh, this is so cool. Ardbert? Is it? Colusha. Yo, this game is so frickin' pretty. What the actual frickin' heck? We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Colusha. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy that city in the distance. That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. But for years the Yulmoran elite have fancied themselves the master of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of our other settlements their protection if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name Ivor. Or is it Abor? Abor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Colusha, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. That will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amaro until you are ready to return. You're just gonna chill here? Okay, cool. Hey, Ivor. You look like Kamari! You look like Kamari! Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alphinaud joins you. This your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll you be having? I'll have mead. Fine choice. And what'll you be paying with? Some guilt. Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coin like that? Sorry dear, I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? Do that for me and you can laze about here as long as you like. A blighted crop. Pestilent swarm. Cool, cool, cool. It's one of two. Blighted crop over here. Wonderful. What kind of fruit is this? What is it? Is this supposed to be grapes? Oh, these are grapes. I just realized that they're supposed to be grapes. No response. Perhaps the occupant is hard of hearing. I wonder if he's dead. He might be dead. Hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. That's sus. Gone? Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Yulmore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw another drink on the house. Alphinaud? Yo! I haven't seen you in forever, Alphinaud. Oh my gosh, it feels like a long time. Alphinaud helping people out. Aww. Alphinaud. Thought we'd lost you. Yeah. Yeah, because he was in the Empire when he passed out. Yeah, there was a lot of big things happening in the Empire. Yeah, Black Rose. Oh my goodness. Damn. Yes! More adventures. Adventure with Alphinaud? That's always a yes. Always a yes. Let go. Aww. Cute. Cute. Aww. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, and then cross a small bridge. Kalusha seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No! No! Get away from me! Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble. Oh, thank the fates! Look out! My poor heart. Thank you, young miss. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings. But I see you have the situation well in hand. Find work. Are you all right, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I bit my tongue again, dagnabbit. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulemoor with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. 'Tis as the lady says. Many of these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulemoor's shadows. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are a precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Ah yes, Elise would be well qualified to speak on the subject. Compared with Areng, Halusha is almost a haven, but as you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you arrived but a few moments later, the Sin Eaters would have claimed another victim. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on?
It's the slums. Yo. They went above and beyond for, like, this dude.
奥にあるのが歓迎の門。その向こうに見える都市が目的のユールモアさ。手前のここはゲートタウン。ユールモアに住むことを望む者が選ばれるのを待ちながら暮らしている場所だよ。
Damn. The Dreamers.
いつもの変なチビかと思ったら新顔を連れてるじゃねえか。
Who this? Hello. Are you gonna die next?
特技があるやつなら大歓迎だぜ。あんたは一体何ができるんだ？
彼女は移住希望者ではない。君たちの邪魔はしないから放っておいてくれ。
Yo, Alphinaud standing up for us.
なんだと？こっちが善意で聞いてやってるのによ。
はーい、みんな注目。
Zorn and Thorn?
前途有望な市民候補の諸君、ご機嫌はいかがかな？今日はね、あるご婦人がとびっきり美味しい魚料理を食べたい気分なんだって。気に入ってもらえたらもちろん都市内で暮らせるよ。
I'm just getting Zorn and Thorn vibes.
ずーっとね。さあさあ名乗り出る人は次戦他戦は問わないよ。
実はあの都市には別の異名もあるんだ。最後の陥落都市。
The city of final pleasures.
生き延びた鬼人や富豪が残った時間を楽しく遊んで暮らす場所。
Decadent abandon.
持たざる者である一般人がその楽園に住まうにはあんな風に人材として変われるしかない。
Wow. This is hella corrupt.
悪くなさそうだ。君をユールモアにお迎えするよ。幸せの街でこれからずーっと腕を振るっておくれ。さて、みんなのその期待に満ちた顔。
There's gotta be a catch. There has to be a catch.
さあ、お待ちかね。彼女の素敵な門出を祝福してメオルの臨時配給だ。はい、
待ってました。
どうぞ。
ありがたい。
私も。
This is what they live
あ
for.
のメオルというのはゲートタウンの住民にユールモアが無償で配っている食料でね。都市内でも主食となっているものらしい。
Okay.
食べていくのも困難な時代だからあれの配給に依存している住民も少なくない。
Why Why is she looking at us?
Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest of ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet, from what I have seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I have tried to propose ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that, well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. Gate Town's not much to look at, aye, but at least it's safe. And the mule is the best thing I've ever tasted.
There's probably better food. Especially looking at how pretty or like overly colored that city is. This is sus. This is so sus.
A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks, mule, you realize, float in the otherwise plain broth.
What is this mule? What is it made from?
Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city?
Crystarium's pretty nice.
Every day I dream of the life that awaits me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me?
Probably not, girl. Probably not. You probably gonna die here. Is that rude? Is that mean of me to say?
You've seen what Gate Town has to offer? These people can no longer fend for themselves. They've become dependent on handouts of mule, and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of any other way of life.
You disapprove of these people's way of life?
Disapprove? It frustrates me, certainly. That is only part of it, though. The whole situation makes me uneasy. Not that it matters. However unjust this system seems to me, if these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Yulmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and unattended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I'm not convinced that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interest of Calusia's people. I am not so naive as to think there is some miraculous solution to all of this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even if the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hands of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. There is a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo, they are called, though you and I know them as the Sahagin.
The Sahagin?
For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor, would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Yulmoran lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins? Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. They will never let this down. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Excellent, I should be glad of your company. First things first, then, we must pay a visit to Moshamoa, my supplier in right. Come, it is just to the northwest of here.
Oh, this guy's gonna get killed.
Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Moshamoa. This is my associate, Zordia. We are here to collect the produce I purchased. I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Mr. Lad? Short blue hair? No? He said he had come on your behalf. And since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed... Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. Let's go. Someone stole Alphinaud's produce. How dare they? How dare they steal? Wait, what? Her name is what? His name is Moa Mosh. Her name is Mosh Moa. Okay. I mean, sure. You've located your quarry. Blue-haired Missile Youth, how dare you steal our produce? How dare? Zordia, any sign of him? Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. You've a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes good his escape. You got caught.
私の使いを語って作物を持ち出したのは君だね。あれは大事な取引に使うんだ。返してくれないか。許してください。俺どうしてもユールモアに入りたかったんです。身内はいないし、ここでできた友達はみんな選ばれていってしまいました。
I feel like we have a better reason, but you know.
それ以来、周りとはあんまり仲良くなれなくて、配給のメオルすら残りカスしか回ってこないんだ。何をやってもみんなは俺を推薦してくれないし、お腹が空いてたまらなく惨めで、それでこのまま死ぬくらいなら機械を盗んででも入ってやろうって思ったんです。君、名前は
Alphinaud's gonna dole out the punishment?
では、カイシル。ユールモアに入る以外の選択肢はないのかい？例えば、クリスタリウムに行くのはどうだろうか。あそこなら、都市に養ってはもらえずとも、働いた分の見返りはきちんともらえるはずだ。ダメなんです。ユールモアじゃなきゃ。
Why?
友達がいるのはあの町だから。いつかみんなであの豪華な都市で暮らすんだって約束したんです。温度族との取引場所はクレイブ灯台だ。それから私のやろうとしてた商売や。
Aw, Alphinaud! Alphinaud too kind. But that was our idea. We were gonna get in. Alphinaud.
譲ってくれるんですか？私たちにとっては単なる調査。
I know this song.
機会を改めることもできる。しかし彼にとっては人生をかけた一大事だ。譲ったことに後悔はしていないし、彼の成功も祈っている。それでも
Aww.
そうしないと多くの人や君が死んでしまうなら
This music is amazing.
進むべきだったのかもしれない。
It's not who you are.
そうだろうか。エステニアン殿がいたら相変わらず甘い坊ちゃんだとたしなめられていたに違いない。
Aww.
だがありがとう。結果的にはどちらも幸せになれるよう。
Yes, happy ending. They're all too damn good looking, right?
ひとまずライトに戻ろうか。
It's a JRPG. When do they not look good? Quit, Mike. Name a Tails character that doesn't look good.
あれはかなり遠いが、人が倒れている。
This is sus.
何かあったのかもしれない。急いで助けに行こう。
This is sus. This is so sus. I don't trust this. Can I jump into the water? No, I cannot. Huh?
Here, he's breathing, I think. Though he won't last long without help. That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. The poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going.
I bet you he's from the city, and the city is super duper corrupt. Or not, I don't know.
I thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristal. I was invited to Yulmore to work as an artist. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them. When my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Vothry City. Within days they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamned ocean.
Damn.
From up there? How are you not dashed into pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. The citizens condone such barbaric punishment?
Oh, that's normal.
Without a second thought. When Lord Vothry passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. The fires chased the chill from my bones. Thank you again. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I must bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first we should convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. No fire or no fire. He needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. A way into the city?
Oh, does he know a way into the city?
Pray accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. And if you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yulmore, insofar as I am able, at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to my stomach. But since it's plain you've set your minds on it, you should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Yulmoran elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want, and if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain? This is your livelihood. We cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided, but I shan't stay long in this place, not with the city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession, and I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day.
He seems like a cool dude.
They say kindness is in its own reward, but Tristal has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush, nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope.
Wait, didn't Alphinaud in Heaven's Ward draw a picture of Yugiri and... No? Wasn't that Alphinaud? Isn't he a really good artist? Isn't he actually a really good artist? Oh, in Stormblood, my bad. Stormblood. That was Alphinaud, yeah?
As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as my assistant? Then it is settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters.
I'm gonna call him Zorn and Thorn. Here we go.
Here they come.
It's Zorn and Thorn!
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We've welcomed a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter of a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show.
I can paint portraits at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days.
Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. Oh, Alphinaud, just lying. I have only a brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of service. Oh, flecks of paint, both old and new, a tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us, and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on? Well-wisher, or parasite? Why, this is my assistant, she whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with her, or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave her fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. And having filled of our latest vacant space, we retire to Yulmore's sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the mule! We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back.
They are obsessed with this mule. Do they put, like, drugs in mule or something? Yo. Golden Saucer 2.0? 2 or 1.5?
今その言葉を否定できるのはよほどの聖人かバカまたはこの町の住民だろう
Las Vegas?
堅牢だった海の都は世界の終わりを前に浮かれ騒ぎを始めた
Them pole dancers. So it's now a Parasite. Congrats. Yay! Parasite confirmed.
Looks even grander from this angle, eh?
I can't even see it from this angle. I can barely see it.
Welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No, not even a single tear? Moving right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way. So you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice, loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk off to the side of the road, much like the hopefuls in Gate Town. They haven't earned the right to enter the city proper.
I see you, Bun Bun.
If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means take your time. But why waste another moment? Go, enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. Hey, Bun Bun.
Wow, immigration, okay.
Fortunate friends, may I have your names? I am Alphinaud, an artist, and this is ZorDon, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Vothry, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free.
Bonded?
You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen. In your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually, Chai Nuz and Julia Chai, a mistal couple, whom most refer to as the Chais.
Yo, now I want a chai tea latte.
They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment, please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. All in order, these are your registration documents. Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. What have we here? Alphinaud artist, ZorDon artist assistant, to be employed in the service of Lord Chai Nuz and Lady Julia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it best that we deliver you to the Chai's residence before... Oh dear. You smell hideous.
Rude.
Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. I didn't realize we were so aromatic. We're to bathe in here, then.
Oh, look at these showers. Okay. Wow, these look nice and hot. Look at the steam. Look at the steam on that. I like that. Yo, this is the kind of shower I'd like. I like it. I like it. Nice hot, steamy shower. You rinse yourself clean in a stream of water. You apply the perfume as directed. The delicate scent of roses fills the air.
Oh, you've showered and dressed already, have you? Is it not... That is to say... it seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, does it not?
Hurry up and shower, Stinky. What would a Stinian say? Elise would have been drying her hair by now. Hurry up and shower, Stinky.
Wouldn't she just? Very well, I shall endeavor to emulate her boldness. Then, courage, Alphinaud. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons, then?
I remember my first time going to, like, a public, spa or shower. And I was really, really shy. And then I became less shy about it when I just saw, like, naked people just walking around. I'm like, why am I shy about this? Nobody cares. Also love how Zor looked in 3 of the shower stalls, but not the one that had the guy showering. Wait, what? There was a guy showering in it? Wait. I didn't know. I love how, at first glance, it looks like he's not wearing shorts, but he's totally wearing shorts. They're just the color, skin color. Bun bun. Bun bun. Bun bun. Bun bun. Communal shower. Can't be looking at Zor, wanna join? Bruh, I'd just be immediately yes.
You're looking to present yourself to the Chais, aren't you? Let me explain how the city's laid out, then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Yulmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs, then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there, like as not.
Ooh, this is cool. What is this? What? That looks like a jail. Hey, Aetherite. What? Special permission? Bruh.
あら、あなたは？
お初にお目にかかります。画家をお探しのチャイ夫妻でいらっしゃいますか？
おお、ではお前たちが新しい。
まあなんて可愛い男の子なの。ふわふわの髪にお上品なお顔立ち。それになんだかお花のいい香りもするわ。
Well, it's a good thing we smell good now. Why she gotta sniff us like that?
私この子が一目で気に入っちゃった。きっと、絶対に素敵な絵を描いてくれるわ。
アルフィナと申します。奥様、旦那様。こちらの助手ともどもよろしくお願いいたします。
雇われる際に家族を伴ってくるやつはいるが、その年で助手を連れているとは。
実際家族のようなものです。血こそつながってはおりませんが、私が辛い時には必ずそばにいてくれました。
Aw. Aw, Alphinaud.
誰よりも私の絵を理解してくれています。しかし絵の描き始めに限れば 働くべきは私だけです。そこでもしよろしければ助手には町の見学をお許しいただけないでしょうか。これまで私を支えてくれた礼に憧れのユールモアをいち早く見せてやりたいのです。
まあ、なんていい子たちなんでしょう。そういうことなら存分に見学をしてらっしゃいな。
Now you've the opportunity to experience Yulmore. I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me. In turn, we should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. Oh, hello there. Fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, it is lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant on your wandering, would you? Big strong lad, long hair, tight back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief, and now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my sight at once.
There he is. Ardent attendant, I see you. Oh, he's about to... This poor guy.
Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something. I thought if I could just reach out far enough. She's my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Yulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life, but there was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has been ever so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Colucia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to our generosity firsthand.
We're gonna get a reward?
What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet. I must return to her immediately. My attendant told me everything. I'm so very grateful you were there to offer your assistance. As if he were a member of my own family. I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens owe the bonded our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Yulmore a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. And I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. A tour of the city, is it? Then you really must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on a number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. Is this Honeybee in? Welcome to the beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell it at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see, always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at ease? A quick game of high and low. It's simply a matter of guessing who has the bigger hand.
If you win, I'll grant you a single favor, within reason, of course. Interested? She cute. Ready for a game of high and low, then? Let's play. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip 2 of mine. A new card game? A new card game? Now, what's your call? Will your total be higher or lower than mine? High. You're going with high, then. Let's see what we've got. My cards add up to 7, and you have a total of 20. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I'd concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about that favor. Well, well, would you look at that? I think you've got a knack for this, newcomer. Congratulations, victory is yours, as is the prize I promised. Come whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Tista what she can do for you. That's all. How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Vothry was born with the power to command them, which means no Yulmoren need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's not that merry sot likes more than the sound of his own voice. Wait, he can command them? That's sus. Only just arrived and already looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I tell you what, you hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have our little talk. That's the way! Dance like there's no tomorrow! Now that was a show! You're welcome to clamber up on stage anytime you like. So what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Yulmoren army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, around 20 years ago, when the old ruler's son came to power. And yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. Pah! A toast to Lord Vothry. Oh, you've returned from your jaunt around the city so soon. You needn't have hurried back, and young Alphinaud has yet to put a brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told, or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. New clothes! Alphinaud looking dapper! I've put together an ensemble out of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me! That last outfit was precious, but this makes you positively dashing. You truly are a handsome boy. However, am I to decide? Decide on what? I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly, the lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought, since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly... Well, I'd not. That is to say, as long as you... just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we pick out some jewelry next? She's just dressing up Alphinaud. Lady Chai has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. But this obsession of hers works in our favor. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your exploration. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the layers below us and sniff about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Why is she weeping? You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat, I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm no use to him, then... I need you to sneak out to the derelicts and describe my condition to Theoric. Here's a list of symptoms and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicine, please. I have no one else to turn to. A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. It must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Hee, poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder? Simply silence her chirps. Oh, shoot. Oh, your face, you didn't know. Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see 1 or 2 fortunate souls hurled from the balconies, but the rest gone. Oh, I think I know what's happening. A town of nightmares it is, not for this ship's rat, and oh, no, I'm content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict and I have my mule. Good day. But I feel like because apparently the Sin Eaters don't attack what's his name, because he probably offers up people to in exchange for like, and that's why they don't come out as corpses. They turn into like more Sin Eaters. So that's it. What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said... So you've been suffering all this time. I'm sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your affliction was this grave, but you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trifling by casting you out onto the street. You are too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. Then I shall have a word with Lord Vothery, and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness will your song ring out clearly once again, or mayhap you think it a step too far. No, you would do that for me. Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Ascension? Ascension? They're turning into Sin Eaters. They're 100% turning into Sin Eaters. Yeah, Ascension? Excuse me? Ah, you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them to celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vothery that we learned this truth. It is through Lord Vothery's grace that the free people of Yulmore are destined to embrace salvation. He lying to you, bruh. He lying to you. We are called to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment, until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patron deem them worthy. Now, if you will excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. Holy crap, Alphinaud. This boy. 'Tis good to see you back. You were taking so long I began to worry something had happened. I've begun sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chies appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? So, Lord Vothery boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remark. If so many people have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? I'm telling ya, this sus. I take my eye off you for one moment and you're chattering away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done then? What in the blazes? It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphinaud. Where's your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of
affluence and nobility, and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Chai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary, yours being a joyous union. It seems to me that a realistic portrayal... Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection. This man. A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement. Now fetch a blank canvas and... I say, did that come from above? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent, how dreadful! And this man is to face sentencing. That's right, in fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the Emergent, the level above us where Lord Vothry resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown Lift will take you up there. Holy crap! Wow. I was not... He looks like a bigger version of, whatchamacallit, what's his name? He looks like... What's his name? Don Corneo. He looks like Don Corneo. What happened to him? Nice to see that Don Corneo is doing good.
Don Bousily, これは何事か。なぜ彼が傷ついているのです。
罪を罰するのは当然だろう。
Fraud?
嘘をついたんだ。敏腕商人だというから招き入れてみたが、叩けば叩くほどボロが出る。ユールモアは支え合いでできている愛の都だぞ。与えることもできないのに与えてもらおうだなんて許しがたいゴミくずだ。だから私は嘘の罰としてそこから飛んで出て行けと命じたんだ。
This guy's crazy.
なのにそれだけは許してくださいなんてピーピー泣きわめく。罪食いはユールモアの同胞。そして生き物の体を構成する
I thought so. I thought so.
だからそいつには肉を捧げろと言ったのさ。自分で自分の体からそぎ取って。
What the heck? What the heck?
なのにそれすらも最後までやり遂げられないときた。
I knew it. He's feeding them. This is crazy.
確かにカイシルには偽りがあったかもしれない。だが彼は本当に強くこの都市に憧れていたんだ。
Oh, Alphinaud like losing it.
それにこのような暴力と恥ずかしめで応じるのがユールモアの民なのか。
浅はかなやつめ。この壊れた世界に夢のある楽園を築くことがどれだけ難しいと思う？
This music, holy shiznit.
必要なのは永久に脅かされることのない安全とたった一つの揺るぎなき秩序だ。そしてそれをもたらすことができるのは罪食いを従えられる私だけ。ゆえに私こそが絶対の正義。 その言葉に従えない者は処断すべき悪党なのだ。どんな些細なことでもな。
I don't even know where this is going, because, like... Wow. Wow, people actually accept this?
これの何が楽園か。
Yo, Alphinaud big boy now.
ところでお前、ここにいるからには腕を買われたんだろう。何のために雇われたんだ。
絵を描くためだ。
ほうほう、画家か。ならば私のために一枚描くがいい。綺麗に描けたらこたびの無礼を許してやろう。引き続きユールモアに住まわせてやるぞ。
If he lays one finger on Alphinaud, I swear.
おい、何を勝手なことをしている。私が
Lord Joffrey, right?
描けと言っているのだぞ。
Yo, Alphinaud looking
あな
dope.
たに必要なのは絵画ではなく鏡だ。醜悪の塊が煮崩れたようなご自身を一度よくご覧になるといい。
I'm so proud of Alphinaud.
あいつら、私を
Can you speak words, man?
あいつら許さない。人形にだってしてやるものか。苦しめて恥ずかしめて殺してやる。
True baby rage. Who this? Who dat? This is so interesting. This is so interesting. What? That's how I'm feeling. I'm crossing my arms too, Alphinaud. Forgive me, and in my anger I seem to have marched us back outside again. Though it is probably best we leave the island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Yulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin-Eaters will find few allies in Colusia. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Kaishir, I have done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risk inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me, and now Lord Vothry wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I'm certain we can find work for you there, if you are willing. No, that would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I mean, but where is he gonna go? I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Okay, fair enough. Very well, but you must promise you'll be careful. The Ulmorans may yet come looking for us. Keep my head down, don't worry, and you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alphinaud, Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphinaud. Now I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold and flinching, and I adore it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I'll speak with Lord Vothry and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. I'm sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Pray, press me no further. We are leaving, but I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. And I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you come and visit. Aww.
I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. Whilst not quite the joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the first are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vothry and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the Exarch, and chart a new course. This is far from over. I see you've reunited with my brother as well. I'd dearly love to hear how that story went. It is good to be back amongst friends, not to mention my dear sister. I have not seen her for some time, but I gather she is as keen to press on with our plans as I am.
Before you go, now that you've done both, was Sakat right to suggest girl Alphinaud first? Would you rather done boy I wouldn't have minded either one. They, like, I think the if I had done Alisei last, I would probably be ending stream very depressed. I think if I was playing this on my own and wasn't streaming and didn't listen to your suggestions, I would probably have gone with Alphinaud and then Alisei, just to be hurt more. After Alisei's quest, I didn't know what to do with myself. I felt very broken.